Welcome to Guitars and Bacon. We're back again doing another reaction video, and today we're taking a look at Pablo and Josue's Determinado. Now, before we get started, if you want to talk about music, gear, recording, want to hang out while I play video games, head on over to my live stream. I stream on Twitch every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Links down in the description below. Now, a lot of you guys from my past comment sections have actually requested me to do this song. Here we are, we're actually doing it. Now, in the interest of transparency and being honest with you guys, I have actually listened to this song in the past, mostly once or twice in passing. This was actually involuntary when it happened. Wifey was actually listening to it by herself, and then I came in the room and then ended up listening to it a little bit. I thought the voice sounded familiar, and Wifey asked me if I knew who it was. For a second there, I recognized Pablo's voice because, you know, at that point, I think I've listened to a couple of SB19s, or I've done a couple of reaction videos on them already, but it was in a different context. But the instrumentation wasn't really something along the lines of what SB19 has done so far. I was curious, and the Wifey said it was actually Pablo and his brother who was performing that song. I kind of forgot what the song's impact was, since, like I said, it was mostly just in passing, and I was actually paying attention to something else entirely. So we're actually going to be doing a bit more of an in-depth look of what the song is about this time. I reckon the song is in Filipino, since the title is in Filipino as well. So I'm going to be checking out what the lyrics are about later, and maybe translating a couple of lines from it, just to give you my thoughts on what the lyrics are. So let's dive into it.
Tahakin na lang sa likarito. Takbo ng utak ko ay malayo sa iyo. Maniobra palayo sa kakitirang yon. Hanggatod na puno na rin ang galito, pero di ako magpapalunod sa laid nyo. Patuloy ang nandar kahit na bali-bali ko. Sa aking daanan sumpang to ay mapapali ko. Ano pagsabi ko? Determinado, walang makakapigil. Determinado, aking sentido bumabasag ng mga bungo. Ito nang uli versikulo, maririnig mo galing sa iyong berdugo.
Okay, just a quick pause there. So it does sound very different from SB's usual offerings. It sounds quite dark in itself, like with just how the melody is coming along with this track. Sounds very much in minor key from what I can hear, and it sounds pretty much like a rap track. So I can't remember what it was at the time. I do know it wasn't, like I said, from my first listening in the past, that it wasn't your traditional SB19's tune. So it hasn't jogged everything yet from my memory. I also noticed that this is actually on Josue's YouTube channel, so I'm reckoning that he's more of the brainchild for this tune, or I'm not sure if this is a collaborative effort when writing. Let me know down in the comments below. With the imagery, with the guys in their hoods and robes, it feels very apt to that particular part or segment of the song and the overall feel of it so far.
Immortal, di haring tulad sa palito. Napapalito ng ano pag nakapagbasa gulo. Mga pabilba paniguradong matutos na tsak sunod sa kinakuwang prometheus ng musika. Tapos ka, fire lahat pag lumika. Mainit-init pa, kaya sige pabilba pa. Let me drop the beat, time for me to eat 'em sick. Determinado, walang makakapigil, determinado. Aking sentido bumabasag ng mga bungo. Ito nang uling bersikulo, maririnig mo galing sa iyong bandugo. Balisa, nangumpay sa paghuhukay ng mga tulo. Sa bahay ng saysay, parang taratula. Nalulumpay, kahihintayin ang pusong galang. Pagtangangamaki ng aking buhay. Di mo maintindihan, aking taglay. Kahit pa umabot ang paglakad ko ay pasuray-suray. Habang buhay, maglalakbay patungo sa aking pangarap na kailan pa man ay di mamamatay.
I reckon Josue was the one who started the track, and we just heard, I believe, was Pablo doing his thing on that. He's got a little bit of a singing part on that. It's just basically a piano part that's doing some arpeggios on it. It's making it a very haunting melody that's like giving more ambience to their rapping. So nice touch. Let's go.
Bye-bye lang ang kayang silayan. Pag ang puso tuta ka hindi magkaugnay. Di ko kailangan na damay akin ang hayat. Tinapahigilan mo kakahukay. Umayas ka sa aking bahay. Kung isip ko'y di rin tunay. Magsaysay magbigay-bugay. Matagal na akong patay kundi lang Determinado.
Okay.
Ako ay determinado. Ako ay determinado.
They managed to add some screams onto that one, so I wouldn't say this is full-on rap metal, but it's starting to go that path with the vocal stylings there. They were initially doing some gritty vocals being added onto their rapping, which just isn't really that strange to the rap genre, because Eminem has actually certain passages where he adds more intensity to his voice when he's trying to emphasize a particular story, and if the lyrics of his stories start to get a bit more dark or a bit more intense, it goes that path. So in this one, it does the same thing. It adds emphasis onto it, but it was not really expecting them to go on really gritty growl there. I'm assuming that's Josue. I'm not sure that's something Pablo has in his pocket. I could be wrong though, because I was hearing two vocals. There was the growl, and I reckon that was Pablo who's doing the singing parts and trying to harmonize it. It's hard to harmonize with a growl, especially not everyone can growl or scream in key. Like generally when you do your growly voice, you're kind of very percussive and not really musical at all. That's kind of like mostly what happens during metal. There are some singers or frontmen who can do pitched screams or pitched growls, but it's very few, and it is a skill that's not very common to learn. So props for the tandem here that I'm hearing. It's a nice touch that they're actually combining both of their skills from their musical background. So that was an interesting track. It makes me wonder if Josue has actual metal tracks in his sleeve. It's pretty much your basic song structure. You got your verses in, and then you got a chorus and then a bridge, just to amp up the tension, and then close up everything with a chorus. The chorus wasn't like something too big. It wasn't something like everything was building up for that ending chorus. It was just like, it was a chorus, just a chorus pretty much, just a section of the song that was kind of like your focal reference of where everything was at and like what the song meant. So we're gonna be checking out as well the lyrics of this tune, like I mentioned earlier. So I'm gonna be reading it out and maybe translating a couple of lines from it and see what this tune is about. Layunin kong iligtas ang nilalaman ng isipan ko. I plan to save what's inside my head sasapat na nga bang lahat ng ito? Will this be enough? Kung determinado nga pero di naman makabasag ng plato. If you're determined but you're walking on eggshells. Di makabasag ng plato is pretty much another saying similar to being sensitive, walking on eggshells and such. Daming nagtanong, ba't to ang gusto? Tahakin na landas, halika rito. A lot of people ask why this is what we want. Take your path, come here. Takbo ng utak ko ay malayo sa'yo, maniobra palayo sa kakitirang yun. My brain runs different from yours, maneuver far away from that narrow path. It's mostly words or sentiments from what I can understand here. Either trying to pump himself up for something and it's not making a whole ton of sense to me yet. It's mostly sentiments of what you're thinking to pump yourself up for something. Also criticizing someone who's not too sure of what they're doing. It's mostly like just small sentiments. It's not lyrically telling a whole story as some other tunes might have. This is mostly a combination of different sentiments meant to psych someone up and to also diss down an opponent or to bring down an opponent's morale. Overall, what did I think? I think it was good. I think the imagery was very, very cohesive with what the vibe of the song was, what kind of ambient texture the song has made. I really liked the growl parts. It wasn't it didn't sound too forced. It sounded alright. It was actually it was a pretty decent growl from what I can hear. And again, I'm curious to hear if there's any other tracks like this that they've got hidden, or even more on the metal side of things. I'd be really keen on checking those out. So if you guys know of those tracks, let me know down in the comments below. I'd be happy to do a reaction video of them if you guys want me to do so. So that's cool. Well, what about you guys? What did you think? If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification icon to be one of the first people to see new content when it's out. And one more reminder, if you want to talk about music, gear, recording, want to hang out while I play video games, head on over to my live stream. I stream on Twitch every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Links down in the description below. Once again, thank you very much for tuning in to Guitars and Bacon. See ya. Oh! Did I block his path? Oh! Bomb carrier down! Fire in the hole!